Alrighty, sharks. This next book is called Secrets of the Garden. And this is all about different things we can find in our garden and about food chains and food webs and in what's in our backyard. Okay, Secrets of the Garden. So here is the garden. Garden shed, Honey's catnip, Pete's place, Dad's favorite, Alice's spot, Mom's corner, a compost bin, a tree house, rain barrel, and Maisie and Daisy's chicken run. It's spring, and the days are getting longer. The sunshine warms the earth. It's time to plant the garden. Dad gets the soil ready. Then Brother and I dig in. I plant zucchini and radish and carrot seeds. My brother plants lettuce and pea and beet seeds. We cover the seeds with soil and pat it down with our hands. Maybe they'll plant some catnip for me. Then we watch the sky. I'm hoping to see some rain clouds, but the sky is clear and blue. We hook up the hose and a rainbow sparkles in its spray. I try to imagine what's going on under that soil. Are our seeds alive and growing? Every morning we hurry out of bed and check to see if anything has sprouted, but days go by and still our garden looks like an empty patch of brown. Then one morning my brother calls out. He is the first to see. I run over and bend down close to the ground, and I see them too. Tiny sprouts are poking up through the soil. Here are some different sprouting plants: beet, zucchini, spinach, potato, tomato. Each day our sprouts grow a little bigger. Soon they are big enough to be called seedlings. Early in spring, Mom planted tomato and green pepper seeds in small pots. She kept them warm indoors by a sunny window. Now our seedlings are ready to go in the garden. She puts potatoes the size of marbles in the ground, too. They will sprout more quickly than potato seeds. Sunlight gives plants energy. Plants use energy from the sun to make food out of air, water, and nutrients from the soil. That's called photosynthesis. Plants store the food in their roots, leaves, stems, seeds, and fruits. These are the nutrient parts we eat, and when we eat them, they pass their energy along to us. The green leaves of a plant catch sunlight. Tiny holes in the underside of each leaf take in air. A plant's root takes in water and nutrients from the soil. Sunshine, fresh air, water, and soil help the seedlings in our garden grow. Our lettuce and radishes are the first plants ready to eat. We nibble the sweet green leaves and crunch the spicy red roots, but something or someone is enjoying the vegetables as much as we are. I look for a place to hide, tiptoe in, and sit very still. You wouldn't believe the things I see. Our little garden is filled with life. Many types of animals eat plants. People eat plants too. Plants are the first link in any food chain. There are many different interconnected food chains in the garden. I spot a small rabbit munching on lettuce, so he's the one. The rabbit's ear twitches and our cat Honey sees it, but the rabbit is too fast. He shoots out of the garden like a rocket. Honey would be good at keeping the rabbit away from our lettuce. One morning, I noticed some ears of corn on the ground. A few of the kernels have been nibbled. Maybe a mouse discovered the fallen ears and stopped for a snack. Last fall, Mom found an empty mouse nest on the ground under her old tomato plants. The mice had woven grass and dead leaves to make a comfortable pocket and lined it with lint and downy feathers. I wonder where the mice might be living this year. I lie back and watch the clouds high above. A hawk flies over. She turns back and begins to circle. Though most of the animals at sea are plant eaters, a few are meat eaters. The hawk glides down silently. In an instant, the bird snatches a grasshopper in her claws, and swoops away. Yikes! Better stay in your nest, mice. I like catching the grasshoppers and other insects and spiders in the garden too, but I don't eat them. Usually I watch them for a while, then let them go. Once I found caterpillars gnawing on Mom's pepper plants. After that, I caught as many as I could and fed them to our chickens. If there are too many of these, they could eat your whole garden. So, plant eating bugs. Here's meat eating bugs. Luckily, you have help. Chickens help too. We like a few caterpillars with our corn. We are omnivores. Spiders are hunters. A few, like wolf spiders, stalk insects on the ground, but most, like garden spiders, build sticky webs that help them catch their prey. Lots of different insects are busy eating plants or other insects. The spider is busy with his beetle. They don't seem to notice that a robin has been watching a beetle on a spider. Would make a good snack for a robin. All of a sudden, I see the robin scratching and pecking at the soil. He found an earthworm. As he pulls, the worm stretches like a rubber band. Then, snap, it pops out, and the bird swallows in one gulp. We use our cultivators to loosen up the soil around the plants so water can get down to the roots. We spread composts to add nutrients to the soil. But the worms are really better at helping the soil than we are. They work at it every day and never seem to get tired. Worms are a special part of the food chain. Where plants die, they fall to the ground and begin to rot. The worms eat the rotting plants as they worm tunnels around. They leave digested plant matter behind in the soil. The digested plant matter returns important nutrients to the soil. The worms also loosen it up the soil as they tunnel. The water and air get down to the plants roots more easily. Worms help the plants to grow. The plants depend on worms and on the sunshine and fresh air. They depend on the rain, on the good, rich nutrients in the soil. We depend on the plants. Without them, there'd be no food for animals or for people. We're all connected. Every food chain begins with a plant. Together, all the food chains in the garden make up a food web. Every member of the food web is important for a healthy garden. People are part of the food web too. Ecology is the study of all the living things in one area, an environment, and how they relate to each other. The word ecology comes from the Greek word oikos, which means house or home. Any living environment is its home. I like to call the garden our summer home. Our real home is made of wood. It has 4 walls and a roof and a floor that keeps out the sun and rain and dirt. It's a good house, really, but our garden home is different. Only my family live in our wooden house, but in our garden home, we make way for neighbors, for the rabbits, birds, spiders, and beetles. It is their summer home, too. As autumn nears, the days get shorter and cooler. We harvest the vegetables that are left. The time has come to clean our tools and put them away for the winter. Time for the garden to rest. The animals have eaten and stored fat for the winter months ahead. We are also busy storing food. We can tomatoes, pickle beans, freeze corn, and hang baskets of potatoes in the cellar. It's a little sad saying goodbye, but I know that as we all sit together through the long winter evenings, we'll be having fun planting our garden and dreaming about the warm days of spring. The end.